Thank you so much for tuning in to Awakening with Katina Love. We are a spiritual enlightenment channel where we help you raise your consciousness and become your best version. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button below. And remember to click on the bell so that you'll be notified of each and every upload that we do. So today, I'm going to talk to you about reincarnation. Yay, yay, yay. So I don't know if you ever heard of reincarnation, but reincarnation is real. Okay? So I don't know what you've been taught, what you've been told, but if you've been told that this is the only life that you have, that's bullshit. Okay? And if you're like me, you grew up, maybe you grew up I grew up Baptist. Maybe you grew up as a Christian. Grew up Christian. And in the Christian religion, they tell you that you only get one life. You got to live it right or you're going to go to hell. So, right? So it's either heaven or hell, which is a bunch of bullshit. The problem is that most people don't know who they are. You are a spiritual being. Yes, you. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And there's no such thing as death. Death isn't even real. The only thing that dies is your body. And you're going to get a new body. When you leave this earth plane this time around, you're going to die. You're going to go over to the spirit realm. You're going to get experience over there. And you're going to select the right time to come back to the earth plane and have a new experience. So you have many, 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 many eons of lifetimes. So I'm going to just share with you what the definition is of reincarnation. You can Google it on your phone. Okay. Reincarnation is the rebirth of the soul in a new body. That's the dictionary's definition. My definition of reincarnation is the experience of the soul in a new body having a new experience. So there's many other cultures that believe and know about reincarnation. It's only in America where, or wherever Christianity, sorry, I can't even talk. Christianity is taught where they teach you that you only get one life. You better live it right or you're going to go to hell. That's bullshit. Because you are an extension of God's source universe. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are made in the image and the likeness of God, which is pure light energy. You are pure energy. God is energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So I'm just here to let you know that you don't have to live in fear. Like these religions, they teach you to be fear-based, think you better do everything right. This is the only chance you get, or you're gonna die and you screwed up. It's over. You don't get another chance. That's bullshit. That's created to keep you in fear so that they can control you, right? Because once you realize and once you awaken to who you truly are, you will know that this isn't it. This is not it. This is not it. So you don't have to fear. You don't have to be afraid of dying. If you don't get it right, it's okay. It don't matter what you did. When we get on the other side, you're going to have to give account to what you did. And, you're going to be shown everything you've done and what you've done to other people and stuff like that. But it's not horrible like they tell you. So if you screwed up, you just get to take classes on the other side. You're not going to burn and go to hell. Okay. So just get over that. That's not even true. So many years ago, as I slowly awaken, as I've been on my awakening journey, I started awakening back in 2004 because I put that question out there. What else is there? Because I knew that there was way more to it than what we've been taught in the church. Okay. And so I grew up Baptist, and then my latter years, I was Pentecostal, but I left the church because I saw like so much stuff happening, and I'm like, you know what? This is a big game. I'm like, what else? Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful for the things that I learned in the church. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. But it just came a time where it's like, okay, I know there's more. I'm done here. Okay, I'm just sharing. I'm not saying this is your journey, but this is my journey. I'm just sharing what my journey is. And so as I started to awaken, I started to study with other cultures and learn about other things that are out there in the universe. I learned about I went into meditation. I went into meditation and I started meditating and things were revealed to me. I learned about astrology. I learned about just so many different things that are out there available to us for our learning. So just like I learned to did the research, I encourage you to do the same thing. Another thing I did was I studied with different spiritual organizations, not religious organizations, but more like New Age organizations that taught these teachings about reincarnation, how we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And I also learned with Abraham Hicks. I don't know if you ever heard of Abraham Hicks, but Abraham Hicks, they're a collective consciousness. All that is. It's another name for God, source, energy, the universe. You have to study with whatever resonates with you, but I learned a lot from Abraham Hicks and Law of Attraction, how they teach about, you're a spiritual being, you're having this human experience, you just forgot who you were. They're actually here to help us to reawaken and remember. So they are my spiritual teachers right now. There's been some other spiritual beings out there who I've learned from. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that you can research, and you just find what resonates with you. But I'm just here to tell you that reincarnation is very real. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. This is not the only time around. So if you screw up, or if you're sick, or if you're getting ready to die, I don't know what your situation is, or if you think you blew it this time, you get another chance. Okay. So I'm just here to encourage you to do the best that you can from this point going forward. And just know that there's life after death. I actually have a video about life after death, how to connect with your loved ones and all that. There's like there's 3 other videos I've done about death and dying. But this one is about reincarnation. So just know that you're going to be back. This isn't it. And if you say you don't want to come back, you're going to come back. Okay. Until you become an ascended master, until you have mastered this earth plane, being here as a spiritual being, basically learning how to control matter, learning to control your thoughts, and at some point you will graduate and be able to go to another planet. But right now, reincarnation is what we're talking about. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to know that you're gonna die and you're gonna come back. Don't be afraid to know that when you die, you're going to realize that you're not dead on the other side. Okay. I'm just so fascinated right now with the spirit realm and death and dying because it's part of life. So you might as well get used to it. So if you have a loved one that's died, just know that they're not done either. And so when you reincarnate, this is what happens. So like I said, I've been studying with different spiritual organizations. Not only that, but Oprah's been talking about reincarnation for years. Deepak Chopra, Dr. Wayne Dyer, so many spiritual New Thought leaders are talking about reincarnation. And so this is not a new concept. It might be a new concept to you, but I'm just here to encourage you to just do your own research and find out what resonates with you. But just know that you're going to be back. And so it's okay. And so if your loved one died, if you're concerned about their well-being, they're not really dead because the spirit never dies, like I said before. You can connect with your loved ones at any point in time as long as you meet their frequency and vibration, as long as you're open and as long as you're in a high enough vibration. What I mean by that is you have to be like out of the dumps. You have to be like in a happy state of being in order to even sense their presence or sense their frequency to know that they're around you, to be able to connect with them. And so far as when you do reincarnate, when you go over into the spirit realm, and this is kind of like what I've been learning from Abraham Hicks, when you go over into the spirit realm and other spiritual teachers, when you go over there, you have experience over there too. You have experiences over there. It's like beautiful, the most beautiful, serene place you can ever imagine. If you can imagine the most beautiful part of the world that you've ever visited, out in nature, that's similar to what heaven is like, or what it's like being over in the spirit realm. So if you are open to that idea and you want to go further, I just invite you, I encourage you to study more about that and go back and look at my videos. Death after dying, is there life after death? I'm sorry, is there life after death? How to connect with your loved ones and things like that. But once you go over to the spirit realm, you can stay up there. You can stay there for, over there is no time, but to just for the human experience in the on the earth plane. Some people stay 100 years. Some people come right back. It just depends. So some people come right back. You really get to choose when you come back. You get to choose your experience. You get to choose your family. Sometimes you choose the same family. You incarnate back into the same family, whether it's a few months after you die, or a year, or many years. You get to choose the same family, or you get to choose another family and go to another part of the world. So it's really up to you. But don't take my word for it. Go ahead and do your own research. Find out what resonates with you. Do your meditation and just do your due diligence. You must become a student of your own spiritual evolution. But I'm just here to tell you, I'm here to encourage you, don't be afraid of dying. Don't be afraid of death, because it's part of the human experience. You can't get out of here alive. You're going to die at some point. So you might as well prepare yourself now. So get comfortable with it. I'm actually comfortable with it. I'm really, like I said before, I'm very fascinated with the spirit realm. I'm fascinated with death and dying. That whole, the energy part of it, not the grief and the flipping out about it when a loved one dies. I'm not talking about that, but the whole essence of the spiritual being part of it. Okay, that's what I'm fascinated with. So anyway, thank you for tuning in with To Awakening with Katina Lab. If there's any other videos that you want to learn about, or any other topics that you want to learn about, as far as New Age, spiritual evolution, and things like that. If you have any questions about death and dying and spirituality, I encourage you to reach out to me, leave a comment below. Excuse me. So once again, thank you for tuning in to Awakening with Katina Love. Namaste.